Hi, my name is Jason. I'm also known as the patron of comic art. And today I'd like to discuss some purchases I made from a vendor who's now a friend by the name of West Coast Davengers. So, when I was on YouTube looking at a variety of different channels people have related to comics, the algorithm brought West Coast Davengers to my purview, and so I don't know who this guy was. So I was like, let me just check out his videos. And so I became a fan of his. He posts on Sundays, and he also does sales on Wednesdays. He calls them West Coast Dave Wednesday sale, I think. In any case, he'll do sales Wednesdays in the evening on YouTube Live. And it's a simple matter of just claiming books he's got. Some books are huge in price. Some are $5, some are $10. They range from, I would say, Golden Age all the way up to modern. He has some art he sells too. I mainly purchase modern age books, although there have been some occasions I picked up some Silver Age. But overall, I have never had a problem when it came to orders, deliveries, ease of talking to him when it comes to shipments and stuff like that. In terms of his grading, is pretty much on point. Of the many books I've purchased over I want to say a year and a half, maybe two, I thought the grade was slightly off, but beyond that, everything else was graded perfectly. So 98% average is pretty good in my view, especially in this day and age where if you go on eBay, everyone, the mother's saying, oh, this is near mint, when it's really not. It's probably a fine or worse. I highly recommend him. I will post his info here. He's on Instagram, YouTube. He has a small presence on Facebook, but he's mainly on Instagram. Highly recommend him, and I highly recommend you check out his channel and follow him. So, without further ado, let me share some stuff I picked up from him. So the first three books are from a run I've never read, but it's by a popular artist that's no longer with us, sadly. It's Dave Stevens. And so I picked up from Dave, West Coast Davengers, Dave, Rocketeer, movie adaptation. I dig the movie. I don't love it, but I dig it. And so I'd never read this before, so I was interested in it. So I decided to pick it up. And these covers also are very popular. I think it's due to the documentary that came out a few years ago based on Dave Stevens. So on top of that book, I picked up the first issue of The Rocketeer, as well as the second issue of The Rocketeer. Let's see. The next batch of books are Batman related. First one being Batman Arkham Knight #1. Loved this video game series. Sadly, Kevin Conroy is no longer with us. I would have gotten him to sign this, absolutely, but I've been fortunate throughout the years to have been able to see him at a variety of conventions. So I think I have a total of 8 or 9 books signed by him, which I'll share with you all one of these days. Sadly, another person that's no longer with us, Norm Brayfogle. Dave was selling this, a signed book by him. I just love the cover that he drew, as well as his autograph. So I don't have anything signed by him in my collection. So the plan for me is to basically take this, submit it to, get it pressed, and then submit it to CGC for the black and yellow label that they're implementing now, which has been pretty popular. Longbox Love Affair recently had a video where he submitted some covers to CGC for the JSA verification process, and they were able to verify not only signature but the artwork on as well on those blank covers. So I do have a blank cover I am going to submit. I can't show you now, don't know where it is, but It's a big name, and I'll share it here once I submit it and get it back from CGC. Another book I picked up for $10, around 880 or so. It's Detective Comics 459. Some Bronze Age goodness. I'm a huge fan of Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. He's an amazing artist. I highly recommend you look up his work. Right now, he'll be at Terrificon, not soon I should say, he'll be in Terrificon in August. But he's also got, currently this month, a lot of variant covers based on his artwork being released this month. I picked up 2 of those issues, and the plan is to get them signed, either in person at Terrificon or through a CGC signing he's got coming up, I want to say in late August. You'd have to go check CGC for more information relating to that signing. But this is one of the books I picked up. I think this is the first appearance of Firebug as well, which I didn't pick it up for that so much as just his artwork. It's outstanding. I've been fortunate enough to have some artwork I own in my collection from him. And this is another classic cover that he drew. Batman. This is 353. Joker doing this thing with Batman. And another classic artist that worked on Batman for many years, on and off, is Neil Adams. And so Dave was selling a few books at really good prices. Normally I see these really high, and for the grade and pricing, I had to pick these up. So the first one I'd like to show off would be the first one I picked up from him, which is Batman 217. A very classic cover from Neil Adams, as you can see. The man was just amazing. I think my favorite artwork is when he's being inked by Dick Giordano. Dick Giordano was able to just take it to another level when it came to Neil Adams artwork. Again, that's just my opinion. The second one I picked up is Detective Comics 415. 415. Almost knocked my eye out. And finally, the next one is a cool, I think this is a wraparound cover too. I could be wrong. I haven't opened it up, but it is World's Greatest Superheroes, 100-page super spectacular. Classic team up with the supporting characters all around them. It's great. Very happy to have these. A book I didn't know I needed, I picked up from him, was the first appearance of Spider-Woman, the second incarnation of Spider-Woman, which is Secret Wars #7. I just loved the costume that they put her in, and I just dig Spider-Woman. I don't know why. I guess it has to do with the cartoon I saw as a kid. I'm trying to build up my Frank Miller Daredevil collection, but being particular with which ones I'm looking to get, because a lot of these issues can be pricey. But I saw this for sale. I had to pick it up. It's Daredevil 190. If you've not read Daredevil by Frank Miller and Klaus Janson, I highly recommend it. You can collect the omnibus books if you'd like. There's some sites that sell them full price, but I suggest going to sites that sell them for half price. I'll put links in the description so you guys can check that out. But yeah, it's a very classic. It's a classic run. Amazing artwork, storytelling. It put Frank on the map, and he became a huge name working on this book. And if you read the whole series, you see exactly why. I like Todd McFarlane, and saw this cover for sale from Dave. It is Marvel Tales 233, X-Men versus Spidey. Just a nice cover. I like to get these signed by Todd. I don't have many Todd signatures, but I'm looking to up that once he has his next signing. So, and it's a newsstand. I have three more books. A book I never owned, but now I do. 90s goodness. Ghost Rider. Number one. The Denny Ketch version of the character. They have a signing also with the creators at CGC. So that's like a perfect book to get signed by the duo. I had issue 2 of this title, but I never owned number 1 up till now. And that is the Archie Adventure Series Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures number 1. Right there. And finally, I just love the cover of this artwork. This is the Comics series Johnny Quest number 1 with a cover by Doug Wildey. Drawn just like the series from the 60s, TV series, which at the time was the most expensive TV series that was ever made, animation-wise anyway. So that's why the series was so short. It was just too much money to make. But the quality was there in terms of the animation and the music. So I just dug the cover and wanted to have this in my collection because I like to collect cartoons that are then adapted into comic format. So I have a few books like that, but this was the latest one I picked up. Again, this is all from West Coast Davengers. Great seller, great guy. He loves comics. He loves this medium, and he posts every Sunday, and he does sales every Wednesday evening. And I highly recommend you check it out when you have the chance. Right? Hope you like what I shared today. If you have any questions, please comment below. Thanks for watching. Take care.